Hey you, and welcome to Daily Weird News. I'm Shay.
I'm Sonny.
And we're bringing you the news for people who do not like news. Alright, today's story is a story of smuggling, of trafficking, of putting it all on the line for the almighty dollar.
Yeah.
Today is a story of how two men got busted smuggling KFC into a small New Zealand town. Actually, I don't know if it's small. It might have been a big
Could
town.
have been a giant town in New Zealand.
But it's in New Zealand.
Yeah. We just imagine everything is small
Exactly.
if it's not in America.
Exactly.
It's a small town. Smuggling KFC. I didn't even know they had KFC in New Zealand.
Let's start with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no clue. To be fair, I don't know anything about New Zealand.
Yeah.
So we could start with that as well. I don't even know where it's at on a map.
I just know that Lord of the Rings was filmed there. But
Of
apparently,
course.
you think that on set of Lord of the Rings, you think they had chicken?
Oh, you can't go that long without some KFC.
Yeah.
I mean, they was on the set for probably years. There's no way little Dumbledore didn't want a little KFC bucket.
Who?
Whatever his name is.
Gandalf?
Yeah, Gandalf.
Don't be doing this. I feel like you did that on purpose.
I'm gonna start more Lord of the Rings wars with you.
You've offended the Lord of the Rings community, and you offended the Harry Potter community because his name was Dumbledore, not Dumbledore.
Whatever, it's fun to say.
We lost all of our subscribers. All 6 of you guys are gone.
Please
now.
don't go. I know all about Gandalf.
Look,
and the
we just
secret
got a
squares.
dislike on one of our videos.
Oh,
Can you see?
come
Did you
on.
see that?
I
We just
did.
got
It
disliked.
just went there. It's over here. I'm gonna do that joke again, where I don't know where anything is. We lost a like button.
Yes, can you imagine? Anyways, KFC is apparently in New Zealand,
Okay.
and people want it like it's crack.
Yeah, who doesn't? I want KFC now. The problem is, and this has been a long time issue with KFC, every time I go to KFC, they don't have any chicken.
Yeah.
The last 3 times I went, I go through the drive-thru, like, hey, can I get a 10-piece extra crispy? We ain't got no chicken.
Yep.
We got 2 wings left. I'm like, what? Okay,
Yeah.
how about regular, not extra crispy? We got 2 thighs.
Yeah.
KFC, get your S together, okay?
Get it
you
together.
used to do chicken right, but now you don't do chicken at all. All right, now get it together, because I used to love KFC. Now you're
Yes.
dropping the ball.
Yes. You know, every time we pull up there, and I'll have my mouth ready for the KFC, because here's the thing. Some people prefer Popeyes. Some of our international viewers may not know Popeyes, but there's Popeyes and then there's KFC. Those are the 2 big chicken competitors, right? And in the chicken wars, I personally prefer KFC. I know that
Yeah.
you prefer Popeyes.
I do. Well, I mainly prefer Popeyes because KFC is just not working.
Yeah,
I
they
swear,
never have
they
any of their stuff.
Nothing.
You get there and it's like 10 minutes.
I'm not
before you
making
can
that
get
up.
your chicken.
I
Yeah.
asked for chicken. They had no chicken. Then
Yeah.
I said, okay, I'll just get chicken tenders. She said, what side do you want? I said, macaroni and cheese. She said, we ain't got no macaroni and cheese.
Is that
And
how
that's
they
when I
said
just
it?
left. Yeah. We ain't got, it said, we ain't got no macaroni and cheese. And I said, you know what? I'm just leaving. I'll go home hungry. I'm not dealing with this. For like 3 times in a row. And I'll never go back.
Yes. Well, these people don't care about KFC slowdowns because they're willing to risk everything to bring KFC into Auckland, New Zealand during a level 4 lockdown for COVID. Basically, in Auckland, New Zealand, all restaurants had to close because they were in lockdown. And I guess people were saying, look, we can't get KFC here because of the lockdown, but dang it, we will risk it all to have our KFC.
Yeah.
And so they sent these 2 guys to the KFC. They got a huge order of chicken and food and sides and all of that. And they were trying to bring it into Auckland. Yeah. And the thing is that these people, they weren't playing around with little kid money. They had over 100,000 New Zealand dollars with them.
Wow.
In addition to, so the business was a booming for them.
That's like $7 in America, though.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm just making that up. But I know nothing about New Zealand. That could be $1 million for all I know. Their money could be worth more than ours. Probably is.
You said that with so much authority, though.
Yeah, I did. Here's the thing, though. How much chicken did they order? When you go to the we'll be like, hello, well, welcome to KFC. How can I help you?
Yeah.
Yes, I would like 58 buckets of chicken, please.
Yeah.
How do you even... I can't get one piece of chicken here in America.
Well, I'll tell you. They had 3 buckets of chicken, 10 cups of coleslaw, a large package of fries, and 4 large bags containing additional KFC things.
Okay, and that totaled up to 100,000 New Zealand dollars?
Well, they had that in addition to 100,000 New
oh,
Zealand dollars.
So
they
this
had
is a
all of that.
long-term hustle.
Yeah, so it must be, and
All
they
right.
must be selling it for like $100 a bucket.
Hey, when you need that chicken, you
When
need that
you
chicken.
need some
You know what I'm saying?
KFC, you need some KFC.
I needs me some chickens.
And they were young guys. They're 23 and 30. Can you imagine being 23 and 30 and you're just playing around with 100,000 New Zealand dollars?
Yeah. Can you imagine if they were 60? That would make it even hilariouser.
Yeah.
It was like...
Hilariouser?
Yeah. That's a new word I made up. 60-year-old guys risking it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You guys might be thinking that this is a joke, but it really isn't. These guys have to pay a fine of 4,000 New Zealand dollars, and they face up to 6 months in prison
Hey, that's
for this chicken caper.
That's not... If they made $100,000 in chicken money and they only got to pay back 4,000, I'll
Yeah.
do that 10 times over.
Yeah.
And I'll serve my 6 months in prison like a chicken king. Be a legend in New Zealand prison. Be in the jail like, yo, don't mess with him. That's the guy that was smuggling chicken over there in Auckland, New Zealand. Don't play with them, man. I'm telling you. You'll never be able to get any chicken again. I'm telling you. It'd be hilarious if they somehow found a way to smuggle chicken into the New Zealand
prison.
jail. Yeah. Look, we've been keistering chicken. I got a whole half a breast in my butt right now.
No. Well, here's my question. What do you put on your job application? Because, sometimes you have job applications and it'll say, do you have a criminal record?
Yeah.
Do you have to disclose that you broke a health? Because
That you were a fried chicken smuggler?
the charge is violating public health regulations.
Mm-hmm.
Do you put, like, I violated a public health regulation, and then they give you an option to explain, and you're like, people really needed chicken.
Yeah.
And
Well, KFC itself is a public health violation.
that's
Just
very
eating
true.
KFC is a public health violation. But my whole thing is, did they just watch that episode of South Park where Cartman started smuggling chicken into South Park?
Yeah, because they didn't have any yet.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. They were at home in New Zealand watching that episode of South Park, and they were like, you know what? I bet our neighbors would pay a lot of money for some KFC
This is the
right
third
now.
video where you have described something from a cartoon.
Yeah, that's all we watch. Don't act like you're in here watching the History
I don't
Channel
talk about
and
it.
the Learning
I
Channel.
watch the Science Channel, okay?
Yeah,
How it's made.
in between cartoons. You watch the Learning Channel.
The Science Channel.
Whatever, same.
I don't
thing.
watch the Learning Channel because that's all the Learning Channel is now is
People who eat a lot of
90 Day
KFC.
Fiance. Yes, 90 Day Fiance and My 600-Pound Life.
Mm-hmm.
Little People Big World. Things like that. It's all reality shows now. There's no learning to it.
Yeah, Learning Channel.
Get your stuff together.
Get it right.
Get your S together. I like when you said that. Get your S
get
together.
your S together. I'm being PC for the people out there trying to
Thank you.
keep it clean.
Thank you. You know what? Here's my thing, though. When we talked about what they had, they only had 3 buckets of chicken. That's not a lot of chicken.
It's not.
Because what are you doing? Are you giving people one piece of chicken?
Yeah. Here's a question.
Yeah.
Let's say America went back on full lockdown, everything's closed, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You got your mouth dead set on a delicious 2-piece with the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And you find out our next door neighbor has the hookup.
Okay.
How much are you willing to pay if it was a freshly cooked, perfectly cooked KFC 2-piece mashed potato? What's your maximum bid?
Ooh, my maximum bid, honestly, I'm going to be honest, $15.
$15.
Yeah, 15. I'll give you $15. If I was like, I have to have this.
Now, why not 16 though? Is it just a matter of pride? Where you'd be like, look,
I just like numbers that are divisible by 5.
Okay, that's weird. How about $20 then?
No, that's too high.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, like, at some point, is it just your pride that kicks in, and you're like, you know what? No, you're not going to give me as much as I want that delicious chicken. You ain't going to rip me off.
Yeah.
But damn, do I want that chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would normally say like five. 5 to me would be the optimal price.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, when you start to bid, when
Yeah.
you're doing your negotiation, I would bid $5.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would be willing to go up to 15.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, people. A quick way to make $15 right here.
Well, that's
if we
assuming
ever have
I
a
can't
chicken
get
shortage.
it. Well, no, because if we have a chicken shortage, I would have already had my gourmet emergency meals kits. I would already have my freeze-dried food. Okay,
There you
see our
go.
previous video. I'll link it up someplace. It'll be on.
Uh-huh.
It'll be someplace.
We'll
up here
figure it out one day where things go.
where you can watch it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, here's the thing. I didn't tell you this before. This is how they got caught. Because it's kind of hilarious how they got caught.
Okay.
They're driving around. They're heading into Auckland. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know. Okay. Well, they're driving in. And they see a police car. They make a U-turn because they freak out. And they start trying to rush away. So the cop obviously was like, let me stop these fools and see what's going on. And of course, they search the car. And lo and behold, if they had just played it cool.
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't have been caught because,
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's going to be like,
That's so ridiculous.
looks like those people have chicken.
Yeah, that's so ridiculous. People in America complain about how petty the police are sometimes when they're like, oh, he pulled me over for this or I got arrested for that. Imagine getting arrested because you brought chicken into the neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, here's my other thing too. I'm not familiar with the New Zealand COVID regulations, but I kind of don't understand how that's a public health violation if you went to another town where maybe they're not in lockdown. Like, why is it that going to another town is it because you're exposing people to COVID from another place? Like you going out of your house and going to get the chicken that now exposes you to COVID and now you can bring it back. Is that what it is? Or
I don't know. So many questions.
There's a lot of questions.
Little chicken. We don't know. All we know is these guys made $100,000 slinging chicken.
Yes,
and
they
I
did.
respect that. I don't care.
I really do.
I don't care what anybody says about those fellas. You're on my thumbs up list. That's a hustler right there. People be like, "Oh, I made $100,000 in the streets," and you're like, "Oh, you had to do all this crime and all this," and then this guy's like, "Man, I made $100,000 selling chicken. Get out of my face."
Selling chicken.
Goofy, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is there anything else you'd like to say about this chicken caper?
Not at all. I think we're all chickened out.
Ah, that's not really good. That wasn't good.
Are they ever? That's the question. But that's all I got. Other
That's all you
than
got.
subscribe to the channel unless you're chicken.
Oh, there you go. Now that was a winner.
Mm-hmm.
And to echo that, I'll say go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, take it easy.
And if you don't subscribe, I don't give a cluck.
Take it easy is supposed to be the last thing that I say.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to do that.
That was really good, though.
No, it was terrible. And in the meantime, take it easy. Bye.